a lot of bear on this trip.
First day of our hunt. This is the third brown bear we've seen today. And this one's a big one.
On day number one, we passed him up because he was pretty bald up on top.
Beautiful windy day, but we're feeling lucky.
And now that it's day 5, maybe we're rethinking that decision.
There are people in this world that go looking for adventure. And then there are those that live it every day. Alaska Outdoors Television. Experience Alaska like never before.
In order to hunt big game in Alaska, you have to have a hunting license, and then for certain species you have to go down and purchase a tag as well. In addition to the normal tags and normal hunting license, the state of Alaska offers some drawing hunts. Matthew and I put in for what's called a party hunt for the Kodiak Brown Bear. People put in for years and don't draw the Kodiak Brown Bear permit, and so we were very, very lucky to have drawn the Kodiak Brown Bear permit for Kodiak Island. Kodiak Island is really an untapped wilderness. It is off the mainland, it's difficult to get to by private plane, and sometimes difficult to get to even by commercial plane.
Fun, guys.
Because of the remoteness, there is such an amazing potential for hunting and fishing and sightseeing over on Kodiak Island.
There we go. Good. Goes the crab. Somebody take it.
We get down there, and on the first day we saw lots of wildlife, which was not surprising, and soon we're into our hunt. We're starting to see some brown bear. Not the brown bear we were looking for. We were looking for something a little bit bigger. After all, this is the monster Kodiak brown bear we're going after. And then we saw this very large Kodiak brown bear.
So it's 7:30 at night, first day of our hunt. This is the third brown bear we've seen today, and this one's a big one, but he's got a nasty rub on the top of his back. He just did the coolest thing as he was walking along the bank. He found a big tree, stood up on his hind legs, and just started rubbing his back like he had an itch. Obviously, he's trying to rub off some of that winter hair right now, and that his back really stands out. You can see his skin on the top of his back because he's rubbed it so much. So it's a beautiful looking bear, but I think we're gonna pass on this one. And it's day 1. We still have several days to hunt.
So a few days later, we've seen a number of brown bears. One that was big enough to shoot, but the coat wasn't very nice. The rest of the brown bears were a little smaller. They were big bears, but not quite what we were looking for on Kodiak Island. And then, as we were sitting and glassing, Matthew's jaw dropped, and he looked up on the mountain, and he spotted 2 brown bears that looked really promising.
Oh, hold on. I don't think that's a sow and a cub. She's backing down that other bear. Yeah, she's challenging him. Look at her light.
Oh yeah, those are 2 boars fighting, getting ready to fight.
That one's trying to back that one off the cliff.
Yeah. Just charged it.
We can get on him, I bet, in an hour and a half. We're gonna take our time, make sure we don't spook him. Being real quiet, he's not that far, actually. He's no more than probably half a mile away right now.
We had to come up with a plan because overall you have to be concerned about scent in the air, not only smell but then also noise. So We planned it out with the wind. We saw which way the wind was coming. We looked at the path that would bring us up to the bears in the quickest fashion and the most efficiently. And then we also looked at where we wanted to be positioned based upon the movement of the bear. And after factoring that all in together, up the mountain we went after these brown bear. And we went up, and then we jogged around to the left, and then we went up above them. We started to come back around to the right. As we were making our way side hilling, we're keeping our eye out for this brown bear, and we knew that the brown bear was going to be close. And then all of a sudden, I get this tap on my shoulder, and it's Matthew saying, "Dad, right there." So we immediately got down and started to assess the situation. The brown bear was already within firing distance, but we wanted to make sure that we had a good, clean kill shot on this brown bear. As I am getting into position to line up my rifle and take a nice clean shot on this brown bear, the brown bear started to move slightly towards us. And of course, when you're looking at a big Kodiak brown bear coming towards you, all of a sudden that raises the stakes a little bit. The nerves start to get going, and the adrenaline starts to flow.
That bear owns this mountain.
All right, nice bear. Cool. Look at the size of that head, man. Awesome. Beautiful rug. Look at that thick winter hair. Nice. That's just beautiful.
We just got down off the hill with Rob's bear, and we decided to have a sandwich and something to eat. And about 5 minutes after that, we spot a bear over here, and then a couple minutes after that, there's a bear down the beach over here.
Matthew just dialed in the scope, and he's been looking at that brown bear. That's the 5th brown bear we've seen today. We saw 2 up on the mountain, we saw 1 from the mountain, and then these 2. We're day 3 of our hunt. We have 4 more days to go. We've got 1 brown bear down, and Matthew needs to fill his tag.
From the looks of this bear, it was a juvenile. We're guessing somewhere between 3 and 5 years old. This is exactly the kind of brown bear we were hoping to avoid. He has just come out of hibernation. He's most likely not seen another human this spring. So he's curious, he's hungry. That's not a good combination. So we were watching this bear closely. We made sure the bear could see us so there would be no surprises, but that bear kept coming towards us. It made all 3 of us nervous. He's not afraid of us, is he? I'm not sure what it was, but that bear ultimately decided not to come past that rock, which was a good thing for him and a good thing for us. The last thing we want to do is shoot a bear that we weren't looking to take. It was back to the mountain for him. It's Rob. You on?
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Is the tide too low for you to get out of there?
No, negative. I can go just fine.
Okay, I think we're ready for a transport.
Roger that. I'll be right there.
We'll see you in a bit. So Matthew has really progressed over the last several years of hunting, starting with caribou, deer, and some of the other game that's available to us in Alaska. But now this was a more serious type hunt. This is a Kodiak Brown Bear hunt. These are big bears, and I felt more comfortable having another person with me, so I asked my good friend Todd Olson to come with me. Todd is a fantastic hunter, avid outdoorsman, and somebody that I really trust to be out in the woods with, especially around Matthew. It's not a hunt where you can make a lot of mistakes and have those mistakes forgiven. These bears are notorious for being pretty mean and hungry in the spring.
He looks skinny.
He looks skinny from here, doesn't he?
I would bet he's bigger than the one we just saw, but the one we just saw I think was about 6.5 feet.
So Matt, Todd and I were just talking about our 3 options, right? We can stay here, and we can hunt the beach between here and the end of the bay. Or we can move over there.
Where all the deer were?
Yeah, we've seen deer there every day. Or we can head up to stream 2 and then wait there for the rest of the day.
It was Matthew's time to take the lead on his hunt. He decided he wanted to hunt the beach where we'd seen several beach walkers over the past few days. The wind was howling and it was cold, but Matthew didn't complain once. He was focused on taking his first Kodiak Brown Bear.
We're gonna sit on this point. We can see the whole end of the bay and anything coming up this beach. So that's our plan. Huddle down here and get out of the weather a little bit, wait for a bear.
Pull muscle. You're not to the crab pot yet.
Oh! Yeah, when you start seeing the pot.
Dinner time. All right. How to get into it?
Yeah, the bunch.
That's a big one there.
Yeah.
You know, it seems to have become a tradition to throw out the crab pot and have a wonderful crab dinner on our stay. It's not a difficult tradition to get accustomed to. When you come pulling in, you get this feeling of awe to think it used to be a thriving, operating salmon cannery where thousands and thousands of salmon were processed and canned for commercial sale. And what really amazes me is what good shape the cannery is in for being almost 80 years old.
When was it built? 34, 35. You know, and then they processed on and off up until 82 was their last processing year, and they actually shut down in 83. This cannery owned its own fleet of boats, so they pretty much just had the crew and fishermen came, and all the set netters and stuff around the bay. It's just your typical cannery.
I did a little research and discovered a very interesting backstory about the cannery and the founder, Sam Rubenstein. Sam Rubenstein was born in 1917. At the age of 30, Sam acquired his first few salmon canneries. At the same time, he also built his father's business, Whitney & Company, into a major salmon canning company. At its peak, Whitney & Company owned and operated 9 canneries throughout Alaska and Washington, as well as a large fleet of fishing boats. Sam Rubenstein was an innovator. He took salmon roe, which was considered a waste product, and made it into something he could sell to the Japanese market, where it was considered a delicacy. In 1964, Rubenstein purchased Fidalgo Island Packing Company. He merged this with Whitney and Company, founding a new entity, Whitney Fidalgo Seafoods Incorporated. Rubenstein took the newly formed company public in 1969, and in 1973 sold it to a major customer out of Japan. So yes, a very interesting history to a very interesting place.
Cliff up there, enjoying the view. Where are we off to, fellers?
I think we do the same plan as yesterday.
Over the course of our hunt, we'd seen a lot of activity at the end of the bay, so that's where we're headed. We were approaching the end of our trip, and Matthew's trigger finger was starting to itch. I had a feeling that today was going to be a good day.
Day 5. We just got dropped off on the same beach we were at yesterday. It's starting to snow a little bit today. It's a lot colder than yesterday.
Just about the time we get down here, it starts snowing. The wind kicks up, blowing like crazy. So we're kind of hunkered in here, and we're doing our best to spot, but the visibility is pretty limited given the fact that it's snowing and it's May 2nd. We saw about a 9-footer right across from here on day number 1. We passed him up because he was pretty bald up on top, and now that it's day 5, maybe we're rethinking that decision, but that's the way it goes when you're hunting.
We were sitting on this point glassing, and this was the same point where we had the juvenile bear come up on us a few days earlier. So we were sitting there with our heads on a swivel looking up and down the beach to make sure that there wasn't a beach walker coming at us. At the same time, we're glassing the hills, we're glassing the end of the bay. It was really a great location and vantage point for us because we had nearly 360 degrees field of view.
Wish that brown thing I'm staring at would move.
Yeah, me too. That's what I was trying to...
Is that the one you're looking at the top of the tracks?
Yep.
And at some point during that glassing,
See him?
we saw a nice brown bear at the end of the bay down there by the flats. Looked like a brown bear that was going to be one that met with Matthew's approval. He was pretty excited about it. And then we needed to worry about some of the other factors that we had been dealing with throughout the week, and that was, the tide. This bay has a significant tidal influence, and for a mile or two, you would be in a situation where it was just too shallow to bring the boat in. And so after making those calculations, we decided to go after that bear. Matthew was excited about it. It was his decision, and he said, let's go do it. So we followed his lead and went in after this brown bear.
down. Nice shooting, Matthew.
Thanks. Nice spot.
I wouldn't want to be a part of that, receiving end of that, would you?
Ouch.
Man, look at that.
Wonder how many salmon that's went right through.
Yeah. Matthew, what were you thinking just before the shot?
My hands are a little bit cold.
Were they?
Yeah.
It was kind of a chilly morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So,
Stopped raining on us right. Perfect timing.
excellent. Nice job, man. 15 years old, you got your Kodiak Brown Bear. That's way before I got my first brown bear.
Yeah.
And I was 43 before I got my first Kodiak. So, nice job. Man, it's got a nice coat, doesn't it?
It's got like brown going right down the back.
Look how long that is. Man, there's 6 inches of hair there. That's nice. Nice thick coat. Nice boar, huh? All right, Kodiak Brown Bear backstrap.
It's our last day here. We're just waiting for the plane to come pick us up. The trip was an amazing success. Matthew took his first Kodiak Brown Bear. I took a beautiful Kodiak Island Brown Bear. We were able to hunt with Todd again, and as always, a wonderful time. But for me, the best part was being there when Matthew shot his first Kodiak Brown Bear. This is one trip I won't soon forget.
Boy, I wouldn't want to be a part of that, on the receiving end of that, would you?
Ouch.